pain is a huge motivator for a lot of entrepreneurs.
I don't know why some people have bigger goals than other people. I just felt like I was in so much pain of me not being successful that I would do whatever it takes to get there. That's what really drove me in the beginning and made me so passionate, made me so driven, made me want to work weekends.
I love young people. The goals are so freaking ambitious.
What are these goals? How do young people out there who don't have goals, how do they set them?
Yeah.
How do they get inspired? Just talk us through that a little bit more, because I think
Great
that's really
question.
powerful.
Yeah. I think that it's a hard question for me to answer, to be like, how should people set goals? Because I don't know why some people have bigger goals than other people. You know, maybe it's something that you're born with, or, you know, maybe it's due to some sort of insecurity that you have within that makes you want to push. But for me personally, I always had big goals. I felt like when I first started like in business and I was reading all these books and everything, I just felt like I was in so much pain of me not being successful that I would do whatever it takes to get there. You know what I mean? And I think that that's what really drove me in the beginning and made me so passionate, made me so driven, made me want to work weekends, work all the time, is because I had this thing that I was like, me not having a big company was causing me so much pain, which might not be a good thing for some people. So that's why I don't want to suggest that, but I don't know where that comes from. But
How do you set goals though? Do you sit down over a coffee once a year, or what's your process for setting goals? And maybe you could share a couple that you've got right now.
Yeah, so I like to write my goals out. At the moment, I went a bit off track, but now I've been writing them every morning and every night.
Wow.
Yeah, for like the first year I did that every morning and every night, but then I stopped, but now I'm doing it again. So I'm trying to get clear. I think that it's important to set big goals. Like, think of what you can achieve, like double it, you know what I mean? And
Well, Grant Cardone says 10x it.
10x it, yeah.
That's actually a good book for just
that is.
challenging your thinking,
Can you
especially
share?
when you're young, because you've got so much time.
Yeah.
So can you share some of the goals? Yeah.
So every goal that we've set for New Era, or I've set for New Era, we've always like surpassed it by a fair amount. So this year, I want to, by the end of the year, we want to have 10 million in annual recurring contracts. And I think that is quite doable.
So 10 million, what else? Something else on the goals list?
Personal?
Yeah, I want to travel a little bit more. Me and Pan are going to Thailand next week now. So I'm going to travel. This is my first holiday since I started it. So I want to do that as well. And yeah, just enjoy life and just enjoy the freedom of, you know, not having, like, being your own boss and not working for someone else. So.
You mentioned pain before, and you mentioned freedom now. I think pain is a huge motivator for a lot of entrepreneurs. You know, it's not always the biggest motivator, but I think it's often a huge motivator.
Yeah, it is.
So what are you going to do, like, to get to 10 million? What does that involve? That's a 4x in a year. I love young people. Their goals are so freaking ambitious. So I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying when you get older, you tend to sort of just like calm the fuck down. I'm just going to, you know, but it's awesome. So what are you going to do to get to 10?
Yeah, so we're bringing on a BDM now. We had a BDM last year, but he left, which in hindsight was kind of a good thing. Because now we're bringing on a really experienced BDM that's going to bring a lot of relationships and contracts.
That's a business development manager.
Yeah.
You said something very interesting and key there. Somebody that brings a lot of relationships. So you're hiring their network is what you're saying.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So this is somebody from the industry.
They're from a different industry, but it's similar, yeah.
They have contacts into
Same
your
target
client
market.
base.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really smart for those people listening. And because when I was young, it seems obvious when you say it now. When you hire somebody, hire who they know. But when I was young, I wasn't smart enough to pick up on that. So that's really smart. So you're hiring a BDM, and what else are you doing?
Me personally, I'm trying to still do the sales side of things as much as I can. I'm also working with, I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but I've got a new mentor, and he's helping me out a lot. So I won't say his name specifically, but he built and sold one of the largest cleaning companies, exactly the same as me, in Australia.
Oh, great.
By the time he was 28. So he's got a lot of experience, and he's bringing a wealth of knowledge as well, and he's pretty confident we can get there as well. So
So what's the plan with New Era longer term? So is it to build it to 10 and flip it, or are you going to keep going, or what's your overall goal?
I mean, I don't have any intention to sell it. I'll just keep growing it. But I mean, everything's for sale at the right price, right? At some point, if I get offered an amount, or I change my goals or something, I might sell it. But for now, it's just to grow it. You know, I'm young, I've got a lot of time, so I just want to utilize it the best I can.
So can you talk to us, like, I know we talked about this a little bit off camera. When I was your age, they used to print a magazine. Imagine that, right? A magazine called the BRW Rich List. All entrepreneurs used to rush out. James, you were probably one of those back when the printing presses existed with me.
Definitely.
It was published once a year in a printed form, and that was really the only time you got to see a billionaire. You never heard their voice. You never rarely see them on TV. They were these mythical figures. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that episode of Unemployable. If you want to watch another clip, click here, or if you want to see the full episode, click here. Bye for now.